Local news from over 40 sources, custom local weather, over 10 hours of live broadcasts and podcasts every week on your computer, tablet, television, or smartphone. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
www.fingerlakes1.com. Come on and join the fun. Log on to
www.fingerlakes1.com. every step of the journey. Welcome to Generations Bank.
And welcome back live inside of Waterloo Gymnasium. Sorry about our audio difficulties during the first period of play. You missed a good one. We'll get the score reset here momentarily here in the second quarter. 17-16, Wildcats lead. Second quarter action underway. Tyler Norris with the basketball. Guarded closely by Sean Bagley. Drives by him through the lane. Left hand runner is good.
In traffic with a beautiful driving shot.
Norris has 6 early, gives the Cougars back the lead. And what a great shooting game we have for both teams as Sean Bagley drives baseline. Now he's double teamed by 2 Cougar defenders. Ball's on the ground.
I think he got a timeout in.
He did, so timeout North Rose-Wolcott. Good. Give us a chance to reset for the folks who've been tuning in and didn't have the luxury of audio, which really hurts when you're trying to enjoy this webcast. Jim Sinicropi here with Mike Alessio inside Waterloo High School. So far it's been back and forth with both teams shooting really well. High intensity, good crowd for both sides, evenly split. And the winner goes to the Blue Cross Arena and the losers go home.
Losers go home and a well-played ball game, tough defense, mostly man-to-man. And as you said, Jim, just shooting percentages have been great. You couldn't ask for anything more right now, and all the players, we were talking about we see why they've had such great years. I can tell you that right now.
And still the most interesting thing, North Rose-Wolcott, second place Wayne County this year, defeated Lions twice. Lions still alive. Lost to Red Creek twice. Lions beats Red Creek twice, and so Red Creek ends up winning because North Rose-Wolcott dropped a game to Clyde in a game they didn't have Jake Stevenson. Lions dropped a game to Sodus when they didn't have Damon Hunter. So we're back underway here. Whitman with the ball, inbounds it to Sean Bagley, gets it over to Caleb Green, takes one dribble, gets it back to Bagley, who takes a 3 top of the key, off the rim, no good. Rebounded, tapped alive by Stevenson. Stone ends up with it and puts it back in for 2.
Got a couple extra chances there just due to his height. And
now Whitman back on top. So that's the 5th lead change of the game according to my stats. Is now North Rose-Wolcott with the ball. Doug Payne.
Boy, the guards on Whitman just love to get out there and ball hawk.
Steve Gefford in the game for the Cougars. Gets it over to Pendleton. One more skip pass to Norris. Goes baseline. Tries to lay it up against 2 big defenders. Can't do it. Stevenson grabs the rebound and puts it in. Stevenson's got 6. And now North Rose-Wolcott's back on top. As Whitman works it around. Bagley thought about a 3. Baseline to Stone. Drives on Pendleton. His pass is deflected by the backboard. And now the Cougars on the run.
Few bodies down.
High off the glass. It's Steve Gefford with a bucket. And now North Rose extends their lead to 3. 6 minutes to go here, second period of play.
Nice shot.
Lucas Tomian with a shot from the block, turns it over and scores
might not have been the shot they were looking for, but he forced it up a little bit, but he rolled it in.
And so Pendleton controls, gets it left side to Gefford. Guarded closely by Caleb Green. Picks up his dribble. Pass almost stolen by Nick Young. Instead, it's Pendleton up and over the defenders. Rolls off the front of the rim, no good. But Stevenson with another rebound. He rolls out. And we have a foul on the Cougars. And it'll be Whitman ball.
Connor Pendleton got away with a push when he was driving down that lane there, right in front of the referee. I'm not quite sure what he was looking at.
And Pendleton,
I think he's a little bit frustrated from the time before coming down the court. He got pushed down, so you got to keep your head in the game.
Pendleton picked up the foul, his first of the game. Only 2 fouls for the Cougars. And the First pass.
Little telegraph
possession,
pass
yeah.
there by Nick Young, sophomore, coming off the bench. Hit a big three there in the first quarter.
Knocked out of bounds, and so now it is Bagley to inbound. He gets it to Caleb Green, and the Wildcats will go to work. Gets it near side to Young, back to Green, over to the corner to Bagley. Drives by Hoyt, tries a baseline jumper, but they got stops. Yep. 5:20 to go, second quarter, 22-21. North Rose-Wolcott leads.
back in the game. Big part of that Whitman team.
Yeah, more ways than one. We'll talk about that in a little bit when we get a little bit more time. The Cougars now get to work with Gerstner, Pendleton, Norris, Hoyt, and Stevenson. And Norris with the ball. Gets it up top to Pendleton. One pass inside to Gerstner.
Great cut.
Misses a shot from about 7 feet off the back iron, and Whitman controls. Caleb Green with the rebound. He still got it. Thought about pulling up from the top of the key instead. Gives it to Nick Young. Entry pass right through the legs of Mick Comiskey, and it's picked up by Gerstner, who leads the break. Picks up his dribble at the foul line. One pass to Stevenson. One dribble up off the backboard
and in
right into the trees of Marcus Whitman, and Jake Stevenson has 8 points. And
it's like a freight train coming down through the lane.
Cougars lead by 3, 24-21. Skip pass over the top to Sean Bagley. Bounce pass stolen.
Nice anticipation.
Garrett Hoyt, 2-on-1. He'll keep it. No, he'll give it to Norris, but he couldn't handle it. Norris now leaves it off for Stevenson. Rolls off the rim, no good. Caleb Green rebounds. Looks to come the other way. He's got numbers. Pass out to Stone. Unbelievable! Stone almost dunked that.
I think he was going to, but he felt somebody sneaking up behind him. Now he'll pick up an extra point because he decided not to.
So Stone
Great
has
action.
6 points on the night, and he'll go to the free throw line trying to tie this game up at 24 with 4:18 left to go here in the second quarter.
Well, I think it was Hoyt on the last time down. Should have taken that layup. He tried to.
Yeah.
It was a little too unselfish in that drive.
Stone misses a free throw, and now Cougars push it. As Gerstner's shot was bothered by Stone, and he missed it.
One-on-one.
Nick Young takes it
Nice.
to the rim, but it rolls off. The rebound tapped around, corralled by Hoyt. And he hands it off to Steve Gefford into the game, who's double teamed. Now he gets it to Pendleton, who drives right through the lane, right into Stone. Got to be a charge.
Yeah.
They got it.
Great play, great draw, and a good call.
No doubt. No doubt. Now, might not have got the charge if he just went straight up with that, but he was continuing into the lane, right into the bigger Stone. And that foul goes on Connor Pendleton. That's his third, according to the scoreboard.
And that's a great play for a big man like that, because their tendency, being big, you're 6'5", is wanting to swat that into the stands.
Yeah.
But it's a very smart basketball move.
So Pendleton checks out of the game as Mick Comiskey works on Stevenson, right-hander off the glass with a kiss.
Strong player.
And Mick Comiskey has 9. And North Rose comes back the other way. Connor Pendleton now on the bench. Luke Gerstner controls the ball, guarded by Nick Young. Gets a high inbound entry pass to Garrett Hoyt, who's unlucky with the roll. Ball was halfway down, rolled out. Now it's Mick Comiskey working quickly the other way. Gets it out top of the key to Caleb Green for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Long pass up ahead to Tyler Norris. Complete left-handed layup, good. Norris kind of snuck out in front of everybody there. Now he's got 8.
Well, I think Caleb Green got caught looking at his shot. Norris snuck behind him.
And now Whitman gets back to work. Caleb Green with the ball up top, gets it far side to Nick Young, gets it entry pass to Brad Stone, and he's walked.
He wasn't sure what he wanted to do with that, if he wanted to take it to the hole or do an inside out and kick it out, and shuffled his feet a little bit.
So 26-25, Cougars lead, 2:44 here to go, second period. As Tyler Norris now brings the ball across the timeline, guarded closely by Doug Payne. And he kicks it over to Gerstner. Long alley-oop pass back to Norris. And we got a jump ball. Brad Stone stoned him on the attempt. A little stalemate there. Ball will go back to Marcus Whitman.
He's getting caught with a turn, with his head turned on two of these backdoor alley-oop passes. So he's got to learn to open up when he's coming across that pick.
Oh, there's a entry pass that Stone almost had, but it was tapped away by Hoyt. And now Whitman will rebound underneath the basket. Nick Young, Caleb Green, Stone, Mick Comiskey, and Berlin Allen in the ball game right now for Whitman. And the inbound pass almost stolen, but Green controls it, gets to Allen, thought about the three, drive baseline, now bounces it, and ends up with Comiskey. Shot from the paint off the rim, no good. Stevenson down with the rebound, but Mick Comiskey grabbed it, and the two big boys were wrestling for it.
They're like two Rams, button heads.
Jump ball. Possession will go to North Rose-Wolcott.
Two tough kids.
Yeah, probably two of the toughest. If that scrum was any indication, hey, they slap each other's back on the other end. That's great to see.
Sizing each other's up. Sizing each other up.
Yeah, they both want to win, and they both are playing hard. That's all that is now the referee is talking to both coaches at midcourt. Not exactly sure why.
Yeah, the players are fine with it. I think the coaches should be.
That's Ron Plummer just having a discussion with Cougars coach Brian Hoyt and Whitman coach Greg O'Connor. And we're finally back underway. Just over 2 minutes to go here, first half. Tyler Norris
sticking with that man-to-man defense. And
Norris gets it near side to Gerstner. Gets it to Pendleton, that's not Pendleton, no. I'm sorry, that's Hoyt, who hits a 17-footer near the top of the key.
He's been deadly in that 15-foot range.
And so now Whitman gets back to work, down 3, 1:43 left. Three-point attempt by Doug Payne, rolls off the rim, no good. Berlin Allen with a rebound, gets it back to Payne, inside to Mick-Comiskey, outside to Allen, who tries a baseline jumper.
Shot.
Caleb Green with a nice
little fadeaway, one-legger.
And now it is still a one-point game as Tyler Norris with the ball. Gets it back to Hoyt, just about the spot he hit that last jumper. Takes a couple of dribbles. Now he takes a right-handed hook shot. No good, rebounded by Brad Stone. Might have been fouled there, but now it's Caleb Green controlling. And he gets it over to Doug Payne, who gets it back to Green. Drives, tries an entry pass to Mick Comiskey, but it's stolen. And Jake Stevenson with the ball, looking someone to give it up to. Gets it to Norris. And the Cougars get to work coming the other way. 53 seconds to go here, first half. Bounce pass to Hoyt, inside, lays it up. No good, but he's fouled. Who did they get that foul to?
He's at 20. No, it is 23. That's his second foul.
Mick Comiskey's second. Thought they might give it to Stone. He has no fouls right now. Let's see if he stays with Mick Comiskey for the last 50 seconds. Now looks like Coach O'Connor is going to make a sub as Garrett Hoyt goes to the line for two. First shot's up, and it rolls out.
And that sub's a smart thing to do. Anything can happen. You might just get caught up in the
wrong
place in the wrong time. Kind of like his first foul, to be honest with you, which I don't really think was a foul. Just a little bump at half court.
So Mick Comiskey heads to the bench. Lucas Tomian checks in, and Hoyt gets ready for the second of two free throws, and it is good. Nice first half for Garrett Hoyt. He could have scored a few more. He was a little unlucky with some of the roll on the rim on a few of his shots, including that first free throw. Got him for 9 on the night. 50.3 seconds left to go here, second period, and we got a late sub for Whitman as they're taking Brad Stone out. And coming in with John Donovan, an 8th grader, 5'8" guard. Not many times you see an 8th grader play in a sectional semifinal game. As now North Rose a little half-court pressure, and the 8th grader dribbles.
Turns it over.
Tried to dribble through a double team and lost it. Now North Rose has it back. 37 seconds left to go. Shot clock at 31. Tyler Norris tries to penetrate. Now he's double teamed. Bounce pass inside. Stevenson wide open. Layup is good.
Yeah, they got caught up trying to double team, forgot the men underneath the basket.
Shot clock is off in the first half. 22 seconds left, and the 8th grader Donovan again tries to drive the lane, and he's fouled.
Hard foul.
Just the 4th foul for North Rose-Wolcott, so they'll be inbounding underneath. Foul goes to Elijah Durham. And Brad Stone back into the game for Donovan.
I'm not quite sure what that sub was all about, to be honest with you, Jim.
20 seconds to go. Caleb Green fires from 3. Nothing but net.
Beautiful.
15 seconds left to go. 1-point ball game. And it looks like North Rose will be content to hold for 1. 8 seconds, 6 seconds. Tyler Norris works on Nick Young, and they got a foul on Young, and that's still not going to be bonus time. Just a 16 foul for Whitman.
Not a bad foul in that circumstance.
Right.
I don't think he planned
good.
it that way, but.
So now just 2.8 seconds left to go. Inbounding underneath their own basket will be Luke Gersner for the Cougars. And he gets it to Stevenson, who takes one dribble. Open layup is blocked by Brad Stone, and that'll be the end of the first half.
Whew.
A lot of action here, Mike.
A lot of action. Beautiful game.
Hey, we'll have Lions head coach Zach Young up here at halftime to talk about his upcoming sectional final game on Saturday. So, after 2 periods of play here in Waterloo, it's the North Rose-Wolcott Cougars 31, Marcus Whitman Wildcats 30. You're watching Section 5 basketball on Finger Lakes. Tonight's live broadcast of high school basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank, rooted in the things that matter. Dr. Rod Littlejohn, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style. UR Medicine and Thompson Health, medicine of the highest order. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. Trust someone who lives in your community. Old Lions True Value Hardware and Dobbins Pharmacy and Gift Shop in downtown Lyons. Red's Place. Great lunches served daily in downtown Seneca Falls. The Omen Theater. See what's playing in downtown Lyons at omentheater.com. Jimmer's Auto. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Penny's Place. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. FingerLakes1.com Incorporated. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Wisdom passed on from generation to generation. Welcome to Generations Bank.
And welcome back inside Waterloo Gymnasium, where we got a dandy here tonight. North Rose leads Marcus Whitman 31-30. Winner goes to the big house. Winner goes to the big house here in Class B2. And with us we have a coach who's already headed to the big house. Punched his ticket on Monday night with a big win over Wheatland Chi-Li in Bloomfield. Big friend of Finger Lakes 1, Zach Young. How you doing, Coach?
Good. How you guys doing?
Did you have a good practice day?
We did. I gave the kids Tuesday off, and I got a couple kids sick, actually, so I told them to stay home. But we had a pretty good practice overall.
A little flu?
Yeah, it's like the third time we've had it run through our kids this year. It's been a long, cold, sick winter for a lot of our kids.
Of course, Damon Hunter had it. And they lost that game to Sodas, which may have cost you a share of the league title.
Thanks for reminding me.
That, and also this North Rose-Wolcott team, which beat you twice, something no other team did. Yeah, we have 3 losses 3 losses on the year, right?
Yes.
You guys beat the Wayne County champions Red Creek twice, but this North Rose-Wolcott team, a little albatross around your neck this year.
Yeah, they're I don't know if it was matchups or just that night or whatever, but they're a good team.
Yeah, they share it well. I'm really impressed with the night Stevenson's having and the game that Garrett Hoyt's having so far. So I don't know if you knew this, Zach, but North Rose-Wolcott, last time either North Rose or Wolcott before they merged won a sectional title, 1933.
I did not know that. I did not know. That's a long time.
So,
they got a good shot this year. Hoyt's playing excellent for them. If he makes a couple outside shots, that really opens up their game for them. And I think Coach Hoyt's probably a little disappointed they gave up 30. Usually is a defensive-minded coach. So we'll see. But it's definitely been an exciting first half.
Yeah, it's been up and down and good shooting. I got 6 lead changes on the night. So let's talk about the Lions. Nice win over Wheatland Chila. You got to see RCMCS, Rochester Career Mentoring Charter School. They beat Naples, a team that was undefeated heading into the game. We were looking forward to a potential Naples Lions postseason, our championship game in the Blue Cross on Saturday, but instead you have RCMCS, which is a super athletic team, a charter school, which we could have that whole discussion right now if you wanted to. But what is your team going to have to do to beat this team and capture your second sectional title?
Stay patient and keep the turnovers to a minimum. We talked about today that their style, we're going to make turnovers. No matter how well we play, obviously we want to limit them. But if we make a turnover, not to put our heads down and to sprint back and not to try to give up an easy one. We have a philosophy when we play East Rochester, who's usually, they're not as athletic as RCMCS, but a lot of trap in, run around. That if you're going to make a turnover going towards the basket, not a way that leads to a run out or a tap out for them. So we really got to take care of the ball. And I really thought Naples played excellent on Monday, and still came out with an L. So we have our work cut out for us for sure.
So were you surprised at the outcome of that game?
I was.
Naples? No.
I went and watched RCMCS versus UPrep, who took Newark to the wire, and it was 100-77. And it's just a different style of basketball. I was just talking to somebody before the game. UPrep was up 6 with a minute to have to go. Most teams would probably try to run out the clock, and they shot a 3 seconds into the shot clock.
Stick with what got you there, right?
Yeah. So we'll see. I think we got to limit turnovers, rebound, and Hunter's going to have to lead us again. He's been excellent the first 2 games. If he can stay hot, then I think we definitely have a chance.
Do you find any difference playing in a larger arena like Blue Cross?
You guys got some experience playing in the Blue Cross.
Yeah, it's the first time you're there. It's a little overwhelming as a coach and a player, and I hadn't been back there since I was a player. The first, on the court.
Until 2 years ago.
Until 2 years ago, yeah. Well, we lost the first year, and then the second year we won. But even some of my kids that are on the team now were up as call-ups, so at least they got to shoot there and experience it. RCMCS made the finals last year of D2, so they've been there before as well. So it's
and that right there, Zach, is a problem with the charter schools. A D2 just because of enrollment, but of their student body, they're all good basketball players. There might only be 20 of them, but 10 of them are great basketball players.
Yeah, I can't control it. That's the committee. So I'm sure they'll evaluate them at the end of the year, and I don't think they'll be in Class C3 again based on their results. But for us to get by, we got to knock them down. Playing in the arena, you just got to. I try to get over to the kids. You got to just play it like a normal game. The atmosphere is weird too because you can't really hear the crowd as much because they have the glass up. So there's a lot of people there, but it's not as like a game like tonight. It's almost a little more emotional. Or our game Monday with Bloomfield, everyone's right on you. It's packed. So it's just different playing there. Some people talk about shooting. RCMCS shoots about 75 threes a game, so I hope it bothers their shooting.
So I'm going to put you on the spot here, not about the charter school stuff. You have East Rochester, you have Lions, and potentially North Rose-Wolcott all advancing to the Big Blue Cross Arena. You have Newark upset in A2. You have ER beating the second-place team in the East in Minders the other night. Is Wayne County the best of the 3 Wayne Finger Lakes leagues this year? As we look at this graphic, you're 10-5. The East is 5-6. The West is 5-8.
Top to bottom, I would say the East is a little better. I think our top teams can play with the top teams in the East. I don't think any of our teams would have. I think Newark would have been tough to beat. But I think anybody else we can match up with. But I think Newark, when Newark's playing good, they were probably the class of the local teams.
I'd love it if you guys played Newark every year. You know that. Getting ready here. It's about 40 seconds left to go. One last question. Talk about Damon Hunter in these sectionals. 2 games, 2 30-plus point games, almost triple doubles with the rebounds and assists post games. He's been unbelievable.
I mean, the second half on Monday, he just took over, and I was proud that he didn't. He got banged a couple times, and he just kept playing. So hopefully he can
see the maturity. I mean, he seemed to have matured so much.
I hope
awesome
continues.
Okay, well, Zach, thanks a lot for stopping by. Good luck Saturday. We'll be there. We'll have that game on Finger Lakes 1 as the second half is now underway with Marcus Whitman with the ball. Thank you. Gets it into Comiskey in the paint, who drives and tries a runner off the side of the rim. No good. And
rebound by Stevenson. Back in the hands of North Rose.
And, somebody went down hard.
I think that's Comiskey again. Oh, yeah, that's his third.
That's not what you want to see coming right out the gate. They're going to leave him in there, though, Mike.
First 30-second. Oh, boy.
And so rebound underneath, alley-oop pass to Norris. Lays it in.
They've been trying to set that up all game. I've been watching it, and he's had a lot of openings. It was just a matter of time before they found it.
And the sophomore superstar for the Cougars has 10. And now
it's been a quiet 10, which is a sign of a good leader.
Stone gets it inside, but he's to Doug Payne, who was bumped. No foul call.
Yeah, no foul called on that.
The thing I don't understand, though, Mike, is there was no foul call. The ball should be going the other way then, because it looked like it was off of Payne. But instead, it's a bounce pass off the entry to Stone. Right-hander, no good. And Stevenson went for the rebound. Comiskey's got to be careful there.
Oh, boy.
That was a foul that wasn't called.
Very lucky. That could have proven to be disastrous.
I should mention now, Mike, as they retrieve the ball here, it looks like about 50 yards away off that baseline. Gavin McComiskey lost his mother earlier this season, early December, and obviously horrible for him and his family. But this Marcus Whitman basketball family has rallied around the kid and really come together. And basketball has been a great escape for him in what's been a really tough winter.
Yeah, it's great that he could react like that, because it was a very unexpected situation, and you can only imagine how tough that would be on anyone, let alone a high schooler like that.
So ball gets thrown away by North Rose-Wolcott, and it's back to Whitman, down 3, 6:40 to go here, third period of play. McComiskey takes a 3 from the top of the key.
Again, he hits it.
Buttons!
He's doing it all.
They can't. You can tell they're leaving him. They want him to shoot that, but maybe not anymore. Norris gets it on the block, rises and fires over.
Ooh, he might have gone over the back, and they got it. They called it.
So we got a tie ball game. That's our 7th lead change or tie of the ball game.
No pressure tonight. Full court. No, I meant full court pressure.
A little pressure on the players, but
no pressure on the players. No pressure on us.
And McComiskey has the ball top of the key, takes one dribble, guarded by Stevenson, gets it near side to Caleb Dream, who drives left side, dumps it off for Stone, lays it off the rim, and no good. Foul on Hoyt, and that's Hoyt's second.
I think it's a situation where, you haven't seen any full court pressure. I think one possession, North Rose used a half court press, but they know their games, and this is what they're comfortable in. This is how they win, and they're sticking with it. So
the 6'5" junior takes his first free throw and makes it.
Real nice form for the big guy.
First point of the second half, 7th of the night.
And they go up, which is the first time I think we've seen that in a while.
34-33. Wildcats lead. Second free throw is away off the back iron. No good. Rebounded by Tyler Norris, who was boxing out the shooter.
I was just going to say the same thing. Fundamentals.
This is a very fundamentally sound North
How many
Rose team.
times have you heard that? Who's got shooter?
Pendleton drives right side. Rejected by Gavin McComiskey.
Kaminsky is not sitting back like people often do when you get in foul trouble. He's playing tough.
You know, McComiskey, a sophomore. Two great sophomores in this ball game with Norris and McComiskey. The future's bright for both these programs. Inbound pass to Garrett Hoyt. The block gets it out to Norris. Pump fake goes by the defender. Left-handed jumper from about 16 is good. And Tyler Norris has his 6th bucket of the game, 12 points on the night. And Whitman comes back the other way. Leading by 1, or lose down 1. It's 35-34, not like our screen says. Jumper by Nick Young for 3. Good! I make that Sean Bagley his 2nd three-pointer of the night. And now Whitman back on top, 37-35. 8 lead changes in this ball game. Garrett Hoyt with the ball tries to
nice.
Get it into
Nice
Stevenson.
job.
Fronted by McComiskey.
Yeah.
Stole it.
And he worked his way around Stevenson, and that could take some people 5 to 10 minutes.
Now Caleb Green leaves it off for Sean Bagley, who takes a couple of dribbles. It looks like he might have carried that one there in the crossover.
Carry.
He's guarded closely by Pendleton after picking up his dribble. Caleb Green with a nice drive, gets it to Stone, who misses the shot, and now Hoyt has the ball off the rebound, gives it to Norris, and here come the Cougars. Norris gets it to the corner for Pendleton, who thought about a 3, now resets to Norris, top of the key, gets it near side to Gerstner. Stevenson comes up to set a pick. He goes the other way, right-handed layup, bothered by McComiskey. Hoyt gets the rebound off the miss and lays it in. And now it's back to a tie ball game. 4:24 to go.
He's gotten caught, Stone, a few times during this game with his head to the back of his head to the ball, and the same thing happened on that. Allowed a drive right down the right lane when if he turned around for some help defense, he could have stopped that drive. So.
Be a good time to let me tell you about our sponsors who made all our coverage of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball possible this season. Title sponsor Generations Bank. Visit their website at mygenbank.com. Also lead sponsors Dr. Rodney Littlejohn, Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls, Thompson Health, and support from Finger Lakes Partners Insurance at fingerlakesinsurance.com. The Omen Theater in Lyons, Old Lyons Hardware in Lyons, Jimmer's Auto in downtown Seneca Falls, and Penny's Place Restaurant at the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. We can't do this without sponsors, Mike, and they've allowed us to bring so much basketball this season to so many people. Over 40,000 people have watched our broadcast this season as Whitman turns it over. Ball tapped away and controlled by Steve Gufford into the game for the Cougars, and now they'll push. Top of the key, Hoyt tries a 3-foot on the line, hits it. Just a 2 from the top of the key.
Great game.
39-37 now. Cougars back on top. Now a 3 from the corner from Sean Bagley, right between the eyes. Third trifecta of the night for Bagley. Is that Sean Bagley or John Bagley? He's from your era, right, Mike? Late 70s?
Late 70s.
And now North Rose comes back, down by 1. There is now
there's some over and back. That's over and back.
Good call by Larry Swan.
He got his possession back. Tide turning here.
40-39. Whitman has an answer for the Cougars at every turn. 10 lead changes in this ball game. 3:30 to go. Third period of play. Winner to the big house. Nick Young drives, gives it off to the corner. Into Comiskey, double teamed, tied up by Norris.
Ooh.
And they got a jump ball. Possession will go back to the Cougars.
Might have been a little quick whistle on that jump ball. He just kept ripping it away from him. I would have liked to let him see that, let him play.
And now Tyler Norris with the basketball. Guarded closely by Sean Bagley. Hands it off to Guffert.
Good steal, good step in.
Stolen by Nick Young to the basket,
And
lays
a nice
it up
left
and in.
hand, and what a great use of his body to block off the defensive man.
Nick Young has 5.
Textbook.
And now it's 42-39. Wildcats lead. They've not won a sectional game since 2001 until the other night when they beat Bad Haverling. Double team at the hash mark. And a smart timeout by head coach Brian Hoyt as Steve Guffert was trapped by 2 Wildcat defenders. And Mike, this game is unbelievable right now.
Yeah, and I love what Whitman's doing. You know, they're sensing a little momentum shift. They're stepping up their defensive, staying in man, but just doing a little run and jump, a little double team, and it's flustered North Rose a little bit. And that's what they have to do.
Boy, it's just an extra level of intensity, obviously, for these postseason games with the season on the line for both teams. And these kids on both teams are rising to the occasion and knocking down shots.
They sure are.
Playing tough.
You know, I like what I see in Whitman, and when they're hitting these shots and these threes, there's a confidence when they're going back on defense, not a overzealous excitement as if it's the first 3 they've ever made or they're surprised to have made it. They're expecting to make it, and they know they deserve to be here and can play with this team now. So, especially now they got a 3-point lead, so it's going to be a critical 2 minutes heading into the fourth quarter.
2:37 left to play. 42-39. The Marcus Whitman Wildcats lead. Third place out of the Finger Lakes West this year, behind the big 2 of Dundee and Naples. Naples beat Dundee twice. Naples didn't lose in the regular season until they were eliminated on Monday night. Dundee also eliminated on Monday night. And the Wildcats still alive. Not only alive, but they're kicking. And Norris kicks it off to the corner to Guffert. Now gets it up to Hoyt for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound by Stone. Gets it up ahead to Nick Young, who's going to take it right to Hoyt. Double clutch off the rim and good! With the kiss, Nick Young!
5-point lead, biggest of the game either way.
44-39. Now Tyler Norris works against.
Stevenson's been quiet this quarter.
And he's working on Comiskey with 3 fouls. Goes up, off the glass, rims out no good. And Comiskey up big for the rebound and hands it off to Caleb Green, who now gets it to the corner for Bagley, who's hit 3 threes tonight. This time he goes up for a shot, and it's rejected.
Nice play
by Steve Guffert. And the ball will go back
Good play
to North
by
Rose-Wolcott.
Stevenson.
So 5-point Marcus Whitman lead, biggest of the game for either team here. 1:48 to go, third quarter of play. We're glad you could be with us tonight. Jim Sinicropi alongside Mike Alessio, live in Waterloo here for FL1 Sports.
I think Coach would have liked to see a little better shot on that by Sean Bagley. Got a little anxious on that.
Sure. As Norris now guarded closely, gives it up. They work it around, get it inside to Stevenson. Goes to lay it in. Nick Comiskey bothered him, misses the shot. Marcus Whitman coming back the other way. Caleb Green gets it into the corner to Bagley. Back to Green. Calls for Nick Young to help out. Now Young has the ball. And he goes by Gerstner. Now he gets in the corner for Mick Comiskey for 3. In and out. Rebounded by Tyler Norris. He looks to push. It's a 2-on-4 break. And Norris goes right to the rim, and he's fouled by, looks to be, Sean Bagley.
Yeah.
If it is, it's only Bagley's first. And Norris will shoot 2. He was shooting. Only 2 team fouls for each team here. 1:12 to go in the third quarter. Very well played, a well-executed ball game by both teams. As the left-handed sophomore point guard prepares to shoot his first of 2, and he rolls it off the front iron and in. And Norris now with 13 on the night and cuts the lead to 4. He'll try to make it a 1-possession game with the second free throw. Brad Stone and Mick Comiskey on the low blocks, working against Stevenson and Elijah Durham. Norris shoots, rolls in and out, and Mick Comiskey with a rebound. So 4-point lead, just over a minute to go here. Third period of play from Waterloo. And they get it up to Nick Young, who gets it to Comiskey, who shuffled his feet.
I think he was surprised he was that open at the foul line.
So we got 1:04 left now. Marcus Whitman by 4. And Tyler Norris bringing the ball up, working off a pick from Garrett Hoyt. Passed up the shot. Sets another pick, this time for Pendleton. Now he finds Stevenson, foul line, jumper off the rim, no good. Big up Ups for the rebound for Nick Young. He gets it up ahead to Sean Bagley, who goes up and under Norris, but misses a shot. Norris rebounds, and he's pushing. Doesn't have numbers, but they're still pushing, and there goes Hoyt right into Brad Stone. Gets the roll over the front rim.
And he might have got away with a little stutter step travel at the beginning of that drive.
2-point game, shot clock off, third quarter, 25 seconds left to go. Marcus Whitman gets to work. Young gets it over to Bagley. Bagley thought about a three, back to Young. Drives right side, off the glass, no good. Big rebound by Comiskey, gets it out to Caleb Green, passes up a three, couple dribbles, baseline jumper, air ball. Rebounded by Stevenson with 10 seconds to go. And Mick Comiskey picks up his fourth foul. 90 feet from the basket. So with 8 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, Gavin Mick-Comiskey, who's been the real stud for this Whitman team, will sit as Lucas Tomian checks in. And really, you can see him talking to Coach.
Trying to make his case against Coach. And
you have no case when you're 90 feet from the basket, and Stevenson already had possession. So Norris has the ball now with 4 seconds left to go. Drives the lane, beats the buzzer, no good off the rim. And after 3 periods of play in a hotly contested ball game, in 8 minutes, one of these teams is going to the big house. We'll be right back. 44-42, Wildcats lead the Cougars. You're watching FingerLakes1.tv.
Find the partner you've been looking for. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
And exciting ball game here in Waterloo as we head into the fourth period of play with the Marcus Whitman Wildcats leading the North Rose-Wolcott Cougars 44-42. Winner goes to the Blue Cross Arena to face the winner of Wellsville and Dansville. Got a lot of action around the leagues tonight. Girls and boys, will try to get you some of those results during our post-game show. What an exciting week of semifinal basketball here on Finger Lakes 1 TV. We started in Bloomfield on Monday night with a doubleheader. We had a great live tweeting experience of the Newark game last night, and now we wind up the week with this ball game here in Waterloo as the teams left their eyes are.
We're going to start stepping up a little bit, and it comes down to
Doug Payne drives right through the middle, loses it. Stone ends up with it, rims out. Hoyt with the rebound, gives it up to Pendleton, who will bring it up as Tyler Norris on the bench for the first time in the ball game, and number 12 Luke Gerstner misses pretty wide open layup from the right block, and now Whitman has the ball back. Doug Payne.
Kumsky's still out of the game with 4 fouls.
As Nick Young dribbles right side, gives it off to Caleb Green. Now it's Tomian with the ball. Working on Stevenson.
He's not afraid
Too hard
to shoot.
Off the glass, yeah.
From what I've seen him so far.
Another rebound for Gerstner. Up ahead to Pendleton. Baseline jumper, air ball, rebounded by Nick Young.
He had nobody down with him.
And Nick Young gets it tapped away by Norris. Up ahead to Norris now from Stevenson. Left-handed layup and the foul. Tyler Norris.
Good look by Stevenson.
15 points for the sophomore.
The ball landed in Stevenson's hands, and he was smart enough to turn around real quick.
Now Tyler Norris will try to give the lead back to the Cougars after tying it with that transition layup. And he does. 45-44, Cougars back on top. That's the 11th lead change tonight. 7 minutes to go in the ball game.
That's 6 straight points, I think, for North Rose.
Now Brad Stone tries one from just a step inside the free throw line and buries it. And there's another lead change as the Cougars get back to work. Tyler Norris gives it up to Hoyt, top of the key, guarded by Stone. Inside to Jake Stevenson, who working against Tomian, scores. His first points in the second half after having 10 first half points. They need to get him back involved as now North Rose-Wolcott's back in the front. And 47-46. And Stone with another jumper misses it.
Nice
big rebound by Caleb Green, puts it back.
The breakdown on defense, nobody picked up Stone, and there was a great putback by Green.
6 minutes left to go. Tyler Norris drives the lane, leaves it off for Hoyt. Blocked by Stone. Hoyt gets it back, rolls off the rebound. Stevenson now scores it.
Two great blocks.
And now it's North Rose back in front. 15 lead changes in the game. Left-handed layup by Tomey and no good, but a foul on Jake Stevenson with a block. And it's foul on Stevenson, his first. Just the third team foul for North Rose. Whitman only 4 team fouls here in the second half.
Let them play.
Yeah, with 5:52 left to go. Fouls to give for both teams as Tomey and a left-hander takes the free throw and makes it.
Clutch.
Well, he's a senior, might not be a starter, but as a senior, you'd like to think the kids like this relish these big situations as the game is tied again.
I was watching him in warm-ups. He's got a nice touch, a good rotation.
Too hard on the second. Rebound pulled in by Pendleton. And it's a tie game. Under 6 minutes to go from Waterloo.
Your season comes down to 6 minutes, folks.
And it is now Gerstner with the ball. Gets it far side to Hoyt. Inside to Stevenson.
Big mismatch with Tomey down there.
Stevenson scores 6 points in the last minute and a half. And now North Rosie back on top. 51-49, 5:27. Stone drives by Hoyt.
Nice quick move.
Rattles in the rim and scores. And Stone with 11 on the night, and it's back knotted up at 51-51. High drama here from Waterloo.
Little double.
And Stevenson with the ball, gets it inside to Hoyt. Tomey goes for the steal, can't get it. Hoyt lays it up and in.
They got to get McCumsky back in there.
53-51, under 5 minutes. Winner to the big house. Nick Young gets it off to the corner. Passes up a three. Stone working on Hoyt.
Nice
great spin and right-handed runner.
Move. Way to find the open man.
Tied at 53. Both these teams, Mike, got to be shooting somewhere in the 65% range tonight. As Hoyt with the ball, guarded by Tomey, and a little mismatch there. Gets it top of the key. Now swung around to Pendleton. Inside to Stevenson. Misses a shot, bothered by Stone.
Ooh, he got fouled.
Tyler Norris with the rebound, fouled by Stone.
Coach keeps looking at the clock there. I think he's trying to determine when he can put Gavin back in.
So it seems like Tyler Norris is the only one shooting free throws here for the Cougars. That is only the first foul on Brad Stone. And now Norris goes to the line shooting 2. Tie ball game. First one's up. Cougars lead. Amazingly, Mike, 18th lead change tonight.
Could be a record, an FL1 record.
It might be. I don't know if we keep those stats. Have to go back in the archives and rewatch every game.
Sounds like something to do tonight, Jim.
And Norris hits the second. And the sophomore, not phased as Dave Barnick would call him, the sophomore, Tyler Norris.
He certainly doesn't play like a sophomore.
4:18 left to go.
Beautiful pass.
Beautiful no-look pass from Nick Young to Lucas Tomian, who makes a left-handed layup, and it's tied again. 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. Tyler Norris behind the back.
Behind the back.
Bounce pass to Stevenson. Fouled by Brad Stone. 55-55, 4:04 to go in the ball game. Winner to the Blue Cross Arena on Sunday for the finals. The loser goes home. Stevenson's free throw. No good. 55-55, 4:04 here left to play. Stevenson trying to give the Cougars a 1-point lead. Mick Comiskey been a stud for Marcus Williams on the bench with 4 fouls. Stevenson's foul up, no good.
Misses 2.
Rebound Tomey and gets it up ahead to Young.
Remember those foul shots.
Young skips it over to Doug Payne, leaves it for Caleb Green. Drives, leaves it for Tomian, who misses a shot. And Tyler Norris comes down with a rebound, and he will get it up to Garrett Hoyt. Back to Norris. Drives right through the lane. Leaves it for Stevenson, who lays it in.
No look pass. Coming down the left-hand lane is strong side.
Stevenson's come alive here in the fourth. And a three-point attempt for Doug Payne. No good. Big-time rebound.
Nice rebound by the shortest man in the court.
By Nick Young. Pass back in the corner to Young, who drives. Double pumps, high off the glass. No. Rebound kept alive by Stone, but it's pulled in by Tyler Norris. Now bounce pass and another pass from Pendleton to Hoyt, who lays it in over Gladstone.
We need a timeout.
And now a 4-point lead for the Cougars. And
sea of green over here.
Coming alive in Waterloo. 3:09 left to play, 59-55. North Road leads Whitman. And that last foul against, no, there was no foul. Who got that timeout? Must have been Coach.
Wildcats Whitman with the timeout.
So it'll be interesting to see here with 3:09. You got to come back with Comiskey with the 4 fouls.
He just checked in. He just checked in. A little late, in my opinion.
Hey, there's a look at Waterloo head coach and athletic director Jeff Panic. Can't thank Jeff enough for all his help with us all season long in the games we do here in Waterloo. There might not be a more gracious host than Jeff in Waterloo when we come here. Great facilities.
Great vantage point
and
up
a great
here.
vantage point. Yeah, and of course these sectional games are short lead time, so we just decided we were going to do this game a couple days ago and got a hold of Jeff, and of course, as usual, no problem.
What a game. Great game.
Absolutely. Now, if you're watching...
Plenty of time, 3 minutes. Plenty of time.
If you're watching this game tonight, Section 5 does not allow us to show live images of the game action. We will upload a video tomorrow with full video of this game, and it'll be worth rewatching. I'll tell you that much, Mike. This is one of the best games I've seen all season. So for Whitman, it will be Caleb Green inbounding to Sean Bagley. Stone in the ballgame. Mick Comiskey back in the ballgame with 4 fouls. And Nick Young, as they are now working against a zone defense from the Cougars. Down 4 points. Under 3 minutes to play. Fourth quarter. Nick Young with the ball. Swings it back to Bagley. Dribbles top of the key. Bounce pass in the corner for Green for 3.
And you hit it.
Bang! Huge!
Clutch shot. And he didn't even move his lips.
Unbelievable. Stand and deliver, Caleb Green. 1 point ball game, 2:36 left to go. Cougars get to work. As it's Luke Gerstner with the ball. Gets it back to Pendleton. Now Norris, bounce pass.
Oh, going the other way.
Oh, it went out the baseline. Mick Comiskey didn't touch it. And
shot clock was winding down as well, so that's a great defense.
So with 2:19 left to play, 59-58, Cougars lead. Here come the Wildcats crossing the timeline. 3-pointer for Green. 2 in a row for Caleb Green.
He didn't hesitate. He's feeling it.
And the Wildcats take a 2-point lead. Interior pass to Stevenson. Layup rolls off.
Big rebound by Mick
grabs it.
They needed him back just for confidence. They're playing like a different team.
20 lead changes in this ballgame. Green thought about another one. Pump fake drive, foul line jumper.
Good! He's taking over.
Caleb Green is feeling it in Waterloo. 1:37 left to go. 4-point lead for the Wildcats. They were just down by 5. Now they're up by 4. Tyler Norris drives, pulls up from the foul line. Over the front rim, no
Big
good.
Rebound by Stone. He better give it up.
He does. 2. Oh my! What's the call? Foul on the ground.
Out front.
Oh no, we got a timeout maybe. Timeout before the foul. Sean Bagley got the pass from Stone.
That could be the best timeout a coach ever called right there, because he would have just been called for a charge, no question about it.
So Caleb Green, the 6-foot senior point guard, does not want to see his career end tonight. Buries 2 3-point shots, then pump fakes and hits a foul line jumper. Scores the last 8 for the Wildcats to give them a 4-point lead.
It's great to see in anybody, let alone a senior. And What a game. What a
5
game.
first half points for Green. He's got 8 in the fourth quarter alone.
And they all came in the past 45 seconds.
He's got 13 on the ball game. And now down 4, still plenty of time. You need a bucket here on this possession, though, Mike, if you're North Rose. Or actually, it's Whitman with the ball.
Whitman's ball, though, so you can guarantee they'll, when you know, I don't think it's time to foul yet, but they're going to step up in a man-to-man defense. They've been sitting back in the zone, too.
And Caleb Green made him pay. And so, inbounding on the far sideline, they get it into Green, who fumbles it. Nice save by Gerstner, but he loses it. And now Brad Stone with a rebound. 6-point lead.
Comeback.
1:08 left to go. Cougars with the ball. They'll need to work quickly. And Gerstner with a baseline jumper, no good. Rebounded by Stevenson.
Nice
Tapped
steal.
away.
Nice steal.
Tapped away by Bagley, but Garrett Hoyt got it back and he's fouled. It makes the bucket. Huge play by Hoyt. It looked like Whitman was going to regain possession. Hoyt steals
They wish they
it
had
back.
that one back. They just need a little more patience on that possession.
So with 56.4 to play, 4-point lead. Garrett Hoyt, the junior forward. Free throw is good, and it's a one-possession game at Waterloo. And Caleb Green is fouled by Norris. So Caleb Green still not in the bonus here. That's only the third team foul for the Cougars.
That's 4.
Oh, that's the fourth team foul, so we'll need 53.7 seconds to go, and Whitman is rebounding under their own basket again with full court pressure. Comiskey leaks long. They don't give it to him, but they throw it away. As Nick Young puts his hands over his face in shock and horror as that ball sailed over the head of its intended target and out of bounds near the North Rose-Wolcott Cougar bench, and now it's North Rose ball. Down 3, 53 seconds left to go.
There's that same play they've been
Interior
running.
play to Hoyt, off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up, rims around, no good.
Foul.
Stone with a rebound and a foul on Hoyt. I gotta tell you, Mike, I might be losing my voice here.
That's got to be that's still foul number 5. So we'll take it at the.
Not shooting.
I think that should be at the
And we
side.
got a timeout on the floor.
Nope.
O'Connor calls a timeout.
Underneath.
They're going to inbound the same place they just inbounded from the last
Well,
play.
I don't think it'll be Nick Young taking it out of bounds.
So who did
I
they?
think you want somebody a little bit taller taking it out of bounds, maybe trying to get it into Nick Young, but they might try to draw up something where they can send somebody on the fly. What I would do, when you have a big man like Stone, you want to take advantage of that.
Right.
At least you know you had an
Throw it up to
easy
him.
access to him, get it up to him. He's he's a good athlete, so he can pivot around, just hang on to the ball. If nothing else, hold it over his head and nobody's going to get it.
That foul on Jake Stevenson for the Cougars, his second of the ball game, as the Marcus Whitman crowd making some noise on the far side of the gymnasium. North Wolcott's crowd still a little stunned, although Garrett Hoyt has pulled them back to within one possession. 45.5 left to go in the ball game. Season on the line, careers on the line. We hope you're enjoying it. If you're joining us from home, wherever you may be tonight, high drama in Waterloo in the Class B2 sectional semifinals. The last sectional title for North Rose-Wolcott, 1933. The last time the Marcus Whitman Wildcats have been to a sectional final,
Bagley.
2001.
Bagley, so they're going to go into Stone.
Bagley to inbound.
There he is.
Bounce pass to Young underneath his own basket. Triple teamed, and they got a foul call
Well, that was a
on the
dangerous,
Cougars.
dangerous
Still
pass.
not in the bonus, Mike. They're going to have to inbound again.
Stone is wide open at
Get
the
it up hot top to him,
foul
yeah.
line. With
They can throw it up to Stone easily to get
well,
that ball in.
Stevenson's covering Stone, and he's playing back for
Right.
the long
run out.
bomb.
Comiskey's
So
drawing
they're
the ball.
leaving him open.
Here we go again. Bounce pass to Comiskey. He throws it away. Tyler Norris, right-handed layup is good. 1 point gain, 39.3. Timeout. North Rose-Wolcott. Okay, Whitman, who's held their composure all game long, needs to regroup. After this timeout, they still have the lead. They're going to have to break that press.
Yeah, they've been unsuccessful in 3 attempts now. So
huge second half for Tyler Norris. I've got him for 12 points in the second half, 20 on the ball game, 39.3 seconds left to go.
Where you inbound the ball is just as important as inbounding the ball.
That time they gave it to Comiskey in the corner. Easy trap for the Cougars.
Easy trap for the Cougars, and the time before it was right into a double team. So you need to get the ball inbounded where your point guard or whoever you have that can handle the ball has some room to make a move of some court.
Both crowds, Mike, are now going back and forth across the arena. Everybody into this one. Great atmosphere in Waterloo. As North Rose back on the court, in position to press again, of course, and Whitman about to break the huddle after referee Sean Potter told them they taken enough time, and this time a new inbounder. It's Caleb Green inbounder.
This is their third inbounder. New setup. They got Brad Stone under the basket, and they're playing everybody a little bit tighter.
And here we go. They pass it baseline.
Yeah.
And then they inbound it. And Caleb Green has it, and he is fouled quickly by Steve Geffert. And that will send, finally, Marcus Whitman to the line. Maybe not the guy you want to foul. The hot hand, the senior point guard, Caleb Green. But 34 seconds left to go. Even if he makes 2, it's still a one-possession game.
There's still a lot of time, and you're putting somebody at the line. That's a lot of pressure. I don't care how good a foul shooter you are.
Plus, Whitman shooting at the far end of the Waterloo Gymnasium where there's no backdrop for about 50 yards behind the basket. And here we go. It's one-on-one. Green stands, delivers, and misses. Rebound by Stevenson. Gives it up to Tyler Norris. And they did. Timeout, North Rose. And the North Rose fans are on their feet. And the Marcus Whitman fans are now shocked. 1-point ball game. It looked for a little bit with about 1:30 left that it was going to be Whitman maybe pulling away behind big shots by Caleb Green. But the Cougars' full court pressure has them back into things along with sophomore point guard Tyler Norris.
Yeah, that's the thing, is time can be so deceiving. It's so much time in basketball, 1.5 minutes when you get quick turnovers like that. They scored their 4 or 5 points in probably 10 seconds. You say a very similar thing happened, I understand, in Newark the other night when Newark was up by 5 points.
Yeah,
with
1 minute to play in the big house
in
the semis.
And Jim, your alma mater, how many times have we seen it happen in Syracuse?
Yeah, well, we don't need to talk about that tonight, Mike. We're talking about good basketball tonight, right? Yeah. So, winner to face, the winner of Wellsville-Dansville being played right now. A ton of other action. We're going to try to get to it in our post-game, get some scores for our post-game show. Hopefully talk to one of the kids from the winners, but we don't know who that's going to be just yet because it's a 1 point separating these two teams with 31 seconds left to go. Finger Lakes West versus Wayne County. Trip to the Blue Cross Arena on the line as both these resurgent programs try to hang a banner inside their gymnasium.
Each team with 1 timeout left. Let's see if North Rose, I would imagine, if they don't see what they want to see and get a good shot, they'll probably call another timeout.
Tyler Norris with the ball, 26 seconds left to go. Hands it back to Pendleton. Pendleton gets it to Hoyt. He's guarded by Stone 30 feet from the basket. Now he gets it to Pendleton. And now it's inside to Stevenson. Up against Comiskey. Bucket good in the foul.
That's his 5th foul.
And Comiskey fouls out. And Jake Stevenson goes to the line after scoring his 20th point of the ball game. Now 21st lead change of the game. 66-65. North Rose-Wolcott leads. 16.4 seconds left to go. Shot clock off for the remainder of this 4th quarter. And we have Lucas Tomian checking in as Comiskey fouls out.
Great game by Kaminsky.
Yep.
Kaminsky.
Just a sophomore. He'll live to fight another day. For many of these other seniors on the floor tonight, maybe not so much. So Stevenson will shoot a free throw trying to make it a 2-point game.
Still plenty of time left. Regardless of what happens, he'll probably
he looks,
get a
he fires, he makes it. 2-point ball game. Here come Marcus Whitman up ahead 2.
Plenty of time.
Allen gives it back to inside to Stone. Bothered by Hoyt. Takes a shot. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Stevenson. He's fouled with 3 seconds left to go in the ball game. And North Wolcott acting like maybe they've won, but Garrett Hoyt settling down Stevenson.
Yeah.
2.4 seconds left to play.
It's 1-1.
If Stevenson can make these free throws, he'll ice it. If not, a chance for a miracle for Marcus Whitman, who is in shock right now. Unbelievable ball game here from Waterloo tonight. Stevenson heads to the line, and
1-1.
I wouldn't be surprised if these Wolcott fans storm the court right now. They are all on their feet as Stevenson shoots and makes the first one. Big shot, 3-point game. If he can bury the second one.
You called the game where we hit a 3 before, right? Was that Palmyra and Waterloo?
And we got a timeout North Rose, maybe perhaps icing their own shooter. I would have let Stevenson.
He's buying some time to get all his fans down to the court level. This will be the first time they've stormed the court since 1933.
But now Stevenson has a chance to. Make a free throw and end this game. If he misses, it'll be a quick rebound by Marcus Whitman. Hopefully, probably like to get a timeout. Whitman has 1 timeout. North Rose has no timeouts.
I say if they get the rebound, they call it quick timeout.
Unless maybe it's a long rebound. You also got to wonder is
the different schools of thought on that, if they're prepared for it.
Are the Cougars going to put anybody on the line? Because the last thing you want to do here is pick up a foul. Sure, they're down 3, but then you got a situation to make one and miss.
As long as you instruct not to do anything, I think it's better to have some traffic down there, just at least for a hand up to distract.
68-65, 2.4 seconds left in the ball in what has been a fantastic ball game. Well played by both teams. High intensity. The Cougars break huddle, and Stevenson heads to the line. They are going to put Norris and Pendleton. Nope, they back off now. So Norris and Pendleton back off just behind the three-point arc.
Now they're just going to cover the outlet.
And Stevenson with 4 Wildcat defenders on either side shoots and buries it. That's your ball game, folks. Timeout Marcus Whitman. They take their last timeout. 69-65. So unless the Cougars do something stupid here, game's over. There's no 4-point play without a foul. I mean, if you're...
Well, you could hit a 3. Conceivably.
It would be tough.
Oh, yeah, it would be tough. Not impossible.
If I'm head coach Brian Hoyt, I'd just tell my players, get right away. Get right away. You think you'd foul here?
No, not without any timeouts.
I almost don't even bring them back on the court. Just enough for token pressure, but they got to be smart enough not to foul. Just, try to...
Especially without any timeouts, even if they hit a 3.
Marcus Whitman Wildcat players are in shock right now. They held a 5-point lead with over a minute to go. Similar to Newark last night, had a lead. The end was in sight. So all North Rose-Wolcott players now are right around midcourt.
Well, you got to go.
Somebody's got to guard this kid long because the clock doesn't start till he catches it. Number 30, Berlin Allen, is wide open under the basket. They don't see him, though, so they get it in to Nick Young, who throws up a desperation heave.
And that's it.
There's nothing but
North Rose is going to the big house.
The North Rose-Wolcott Cougars represent the 3rd Wayne County team heading to the Blue Cross Arena for a final game on Sunday. What a ball game here in Waterloo as the teams shake hands. As you get a look at Jake Stevenson. Oh, what a game, Mike, here in Waterloo. So we're going to step away, come back with our post-game show. We're going to hear from a North Rose-Wolcott Cougar. We're going to get some more scores from around the league. Hey, you just saw a heck of a ball game here on Finger Lakes 1 TV. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
So many sights to see on the internet, but for everything local, there's one place you can get it. At fingerlakes1.com. Come on over to fingerlakes1.com. Make us your homepage. News, weather, sports, and fun. Log on to Finger Lakes 1.
Local news from over 40 sources, custom local weather, over 10 hours of live broadcasts and podcasts every week on your computer, tablet, television, or smartphone. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
www.fingerlakes1.com. Come on and join the fun. Log on to Finger Lakes 1.
www.fingerlakes1.com.
Tonight's live broadcast of high school basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank, rooted in the things that matter. Dr. Rod Littlejohn, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style. UR Medicine and Thompson Health, medicine of the highest order. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, trust someone who lives in your community. Old Lions True Value Hardware and Dobbins Pharmacy and Gift Shop in downtown Lyons. Red's Place, great lunches served daily in downtown Seneca Falls. The Omen Theater, see what's playing in downtown Lyons at omentheater.com. Jimmer's Auto, late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Penny's Place, large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. FingerLakes1.com Incorporated, building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
And welcome back inside Waterloo, where we just saw one heck of a ball game. North Rose-Wolcott trails by 5, just over a minute left to go in the ball game, comes storming back to win by 4 behind. Great play by sophomore Tyler Norris, and big-time free throws by the guy sitting next to me right here, Jake Stevenson. Congratulations, Jake.
Thank you very much.
22 points, outstanding ball game. A little better result than the last time you were in this gymnasium,
Definitely,
right?
definitely. A lot better.
So, what were you thinking there? You had some big free throws, none bigger than probably the first of the two you hit. Actually, they were all big, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're all big.
Yeah,
Definitely. I kept my composure. I knew definitely that it was what we had to come and do. We had to finish strong, and when we were trailing, we started to get a little iffy there, but we kept our composure, kept our heads up, and we played one heck of a game. They played one heck of a game.
It was one of the best games
Their
we've
defense
seen.
was pretty good. We started off kind of good, got a little iffy there, but we definitely came and played the way that we should have played, and hopefully we can take the way we played Blue Cross Sunday against Wellsville.
Yeah, we've really been impressed with your club all year long. Outside of that one game that we saw you play here, that was probably the worst game of the year for you guys. But a great team you guys got, a nice mix. You're the senior leader. The rest of these guys are juniors and sophomores. Pretty young team, but this is your last go around.
Yeah.
You're standing on that free throw line. Your career's on the line, right?
Yep. Definitely. I didn't want to end it here like last year. We faced leadership and.
Tough draw.
Yeah, tough draw. And but this year I was standing on the foul line, and all I could think about was you got to hit these or you're done. You're going home.
Did you know a lot about Whitman coming into the game, or what did you prepare for?
We prepared for them to play aggressive and tough like they did.
Yeah.
They
Man-to-man.
they definitely pressured the ball well, and they are a great team. And I'm glad that we pulled out the win, and we had a big game here, and definitely we're gonna have to do some work. Practice hard, and hopefully get a win on Sunday.
Who was tougher down there for you battling with, Stone or McComiskey? The tall 0-0 or the kid with the beard?
They were both pretty good. I mean, great. They're both great players. I mean, they boxed out well, got the ball. They definitely shot well. And, I mean, 23 is definitely a good player. Definitely. 0-0. He uses his length to his ability.
Yeah.
Definitely. 23's got a big body just like me. Fought it out down there, and
early on I saw you guys
bumped heads a little bit at one point.
Yeah,
very cool that
we did, but,
you kind of came down the other end.
I mean, it's basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get mad about stuff like that because then your head gets all blown up.
I
And your
think the
game gets
coaches
off.
took a little more offense to it
Yeah,
than you guys did.
Definitely
I wasn't
did.
sure what was going on down there.
We were down there just laughing about it. Like, it's basketball. Stuff's going to happen like that. I mean, we both wanted to win. Definitely. Both wanted to win. And we just had to play good and came out strong, finished strong.
Now, these younger players on your team, but now you've been playing with them for a long time?
Yes.
Yeah.
5th, 6th grade travel,
Oh,
7th,
yeah?
8th,
Yeah.
all the way up. I've been waiting to play varsity with this group of kids since we were little.
Really?
We grew up playing sports together, baseball, basketball. It's
That's
fun.
great.
I love playing with these guys, definitely. They're one heck of a team.
A couple things to ask you, and I'll let you go celebrate with your team and all the fans. Wayne County now, 3 teams still alive: Lions, East Rochester, and you guys. Talk a little bit about the league this year. Every game was a bit of a war, and you guys beat Lions twice. Lions beat Red Creek twice. It was just a great year for the league. Do you think it's the best of the 3 Wayne Finger Lakes leagues?
Yeah, definitely. This year for Wayne County definitely was a great year. I mean, Sodus, Clyde, all of them. They're very competitive teams, and Red Creek definitely Red Creek. They're a competitive team. Lions, they're competitive. ER. I mean, this league this year was unbelievable. How good the competition was, game to game. No matter what game it was a good game.
Okay, one last thing. I think the goal of any high school basketball player is to put that sectional banner in their school gymnasium or in the trophy case, that trophy. A little trivia for you. You know the last time that North Rose-Wolcott, or either Wolcott or North Rose before they merged, has won a sectional title?
Never.
1933.
It's a
So
long
Sunday,
Before my time.
Sunday, you guys have a chance to do something nobody at your school has done since 1933. How does that
Definitely.
make you feel?
It feels great. I mean, it's an unexplainable feeling. How great it feels to have a good group of kids. We play very well together. We really do, and it's unexplainable how great it would be to bring home a sectional title. Definitely.
Well, you're going to be playing the winner of Wellsville or Dansville Sunday in the Blue Cross Arena. We're going to be there, and we're going to be rooting you on like we do all the Wayne Finger Lakes teams. And congratulations on an outstanding
Great
win,
game.
one of the
Keep
best
playing
games
hard,
we've
buddy.
seen this year.
Thank you very
Tough
much.
player.
So here, let me slide you out of here. Go have fun.
Thank you.
Good luck.
And that was senior big man Jake Stevenson. And Mike,
He's big.
you
When
know,
he's sitting right next to you, you lose a little bit of that perspective.
yeah, and I tell you, as I get this, it was one of the best games we've seen all
It
year.
was the best game I saw all year long.
For a moment, it looked like we'd be having Caleb Green up here for Whitman talking about his incredible fourth quarter output. And but North Rose-Wolcott responds and edges Whitman, who it's got to be devastating for the Wildcats right now. Talking about 6-foot senior guard Caleb Green playing his last game. Sean Bagley, his last game. Doug Payne, Lucas Tomian. The rest of these guys fairly young. Stone, Mick Comiskey, a sophomore. Stone, a junior. Nick Young, a sophomore. They had an 8th grader play for a little bit today.
I'm still not quite sure what that substitution was, but he did see some action in there. It's a great game, and there's so many things you can look at, and imagine as a coach and as the players, they're going to be reliving those moments, the 3 possessions in a row on a press that were critical when they gave the ball up. They just stick with you, but that's a game of basketball, and it's always easier from up here in the stands. It's just can be so much pressure. These are kids; these aren't the pros. These aren't a little more seasoned kids is in college. So
Right.
It's a great game, but they won it. No team really lost the game. There were just some great plays up and down throughout the game, and it's great to see the enthusiasm like it. Jacob, I mean, it's just it brings you back to what it was like back then, and just a good kid.
I just can never get over the fact, that, and maybe they're so young they don't really get the gravity of it, but if things don't go their way there. Stevenson misses a free throw, the ball tips another way. He's never putting on a high school basketball jersey again. And likely for a kid like him who's a great high school player, he's probably not going to put on a basketball jersey again outside of intramurals or rec leagues or things like that. And then, so when it is over, it's over. And I assume that's kind of how those seniors
I think it has a lot to do
with
we saw great crowd support and great enthusiasm. And I think that has a lot to do with it. The game of basketball in general, as Jacob said, he's been playing with these kids since they were in travel and in rec league since 4th and 5th grade. And you and I see it now. It's a very tight knit when you do that with the families and the parents and the coaches, and then conceivably one of these days, one of these games like tonight, it's going to come to an end. So there's a lot on the line, and you're just on edge, and there's a lot of emotions in the seats. Imagine what the players are feeling. So to see them come through like that's just great.
Absolutely. I'm trying to see if I can get some out-of-town scores here. Actually not getting quite as many in as I thought we would get tonight, so I apologize. I promised you some score updates. I do have a score from A2. It's 31-31 between Batavia and College Prep.
I was surprised we didn't talk about many of the other classes, but I was surprised to see Canandaigua just get routed as a number 2 seed.
Only scoring 37 points.
By Sutherland.
At the half, speaking of Sutherland girls up 29-17 over Wayne. The Wayne girls, that's a girls game. Got an early score from Mid-Lakes as well. Lions leads Mid-Lakes 18-14. So
that was good. I hadn't seen Tyler Norris play this year either. I've talked to you, of course, and seen him on not live anyway, but just a real great, smart player. In some ways, like a Tyler Collins, as far as basketball intelligence, as far as a point guard goes, knows where to go.
And just a sophomore. I mean, that's the other
just
thing.
A sophomore.
It's hard to believe. He plays like a senior.
He really does.
So
with confidence.
Another amazing thing about this North Rose team, they play like a team, but really the scoring comes from 3 places, and never before was it more evident than tonight. I'll run through the Cougars scoring for the night. We had Garrett Hoyt with 20, 11 in the second half. Tyler Norris with 20, 12 in the second half. And Big Jake Stevenson with 22, 12 in the second half. Only other buckets tonight, Elijah Durham had a 2, Steve Geffert had a 2. The bulk, all but 2 baskets, according to my stats, coming from 3 guys.
And even with Norris, his points come quietly. If I'm thinking of the score, I'm thinking of Jacob Stevenson down low, where the bulk of his points were. Hoyt, we know, mid-range jumpers around the foul line. But Norris, he's cutting, driving. Not much from outside.
And now
he's more of a slasher.
The Cougars are coming out of the locker room, and all the fans have waited for them. Now showered and dressed in their warm-ups, and imagine they're going to have a great ride back to Wayne County tonight. And
they should be proud. And just like Jacob said, he's ready to get back to work, because their work will be cut out for him Sunday, no matter who they play, especially Wellsville.
Yeah. So whoever it is, Sunday in the Blue Cross, they go for the first sectional title for their school since 1933, and more Cougars exit the locker room. And Mike, I guess we really picked a good one to come to tonight, huh?
Well,
all these semifinal games that we've seen have been highly competitive.
It was, and I was impressed by the Marcus Whitman. We talked about him earlier, and they played hard nosed, tough man-to-man all game long. Never dropped into his zone once. Tough defense. Little things I pick up on. This team ran to the locker room at halftime. It's just little things like that that I think they're coached with enthusiasm. They're coached that hard work's important. This is what I want to see. Very respectful team and a tough team. I could see why they had a successful year and should be proud of that year.
Well, and unfortunately for Marcus Whitman, they have to sit and wait for the bus on the other side of the gymnasium, watching the celebration still for the Cougars. Great effort by Marcus Whitman. they're going to have another great season next year. Probably be competitive towards the top of the Finger Lakes West. Maybe even early favorites to win the West, depending on Naples loses quite a bit, as does Dundee. So that league will be competitive. North Rose lives to play at least one more game, and they go for that sectional title. And then what can also be interesting in Class, they're in Class B. You'll get a state playoff game if you advance. So, well, Mike, I enjoyed it. We're heading to the Blue Cross next. We have a couple days off and then heading to the Blue Cross.
I feel like I
Arena.
just played myself. I'm a little drained.
Well, I need to rest my voice. I got a little excited. Hard not to with a great game like this.
That was a great game.
So thanks to everybody for joining us tonight on FingerLakes1.tv. Your final score again from Waterloo, North Rose-Wolcott 69, Marcus Whitman 65. We'll see you this weekend at the Big House for Lions at 2 o'clock and then to be announced on Sunday. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Tell me